Remember live music? The rush of waiting for your favorite band to take the stage, the adrenaline kicking in as they strike up the first chord, the slow fall back down to earth after the show ends? When the pandemic gripped the nation, live music as we knew it came to a halt. And for many of today's artists, the bulk of their earnings comes from going on tour. According to a Pollstar forecast, the industry stands to lose nearly $9 billion in revenue this year alone due to the impact of the coronavirus. This is Tonina. She's an independent artist based out of St. Louis, Missouri.
I also work at a coffee shop, but when I'm not baristaing, I am playing music, going to rehearsals, writing. My coffee shop closed for the time being. My tour has been completely canceled. I'm living off my savings. I will get some money from my royalties, but it's mainly donations, and I'm so happy Spotify has that button on the top of your popular songs where people can make a contribution. It's been rough, and when you're on tour, you're on stage either every single night or every other night. It is very therapeutic for me. Being here during this time, it's been a bit disheartening.
Over months of social distancing, musicians have turned to streaming concerts as a way to fill the void, make some money, and even support charities. Early in the pandemic, Tonina performed virtually in the Sofar Sounds Listening Room. You are made for me, not for me. In pre-COVID times, going to a Sofar Sound show meant arriving at a non-traditional venue to see a secret lineup of artists play a relatively private concert.
Touring is the main, exposure that we get. Unfortunately, we're missing that right now, but I'm happy that there are these platforms like Sofar and other venues who are utilizing their live streams.
The pandemic halted our core business because what we do is we bring people together physically in really intimate settings. So back in March, we put a stop on all of our shows and have since been live streaming an artist a day from a different city all around the world. It's an interesting way to see an artist perform in their space, see what's behind them in their living room, and try to connect people since everybody is quarantined in their home.
That's kind of like putting on your acting hat and performing as if you are live and talking to the audience as if they are in front of you or are behind their screen live. So that was kind of different, and I was kind of bummed about that, but it was just an adjustment.
Thank you guys so much. Muchísimas gracias.
This is the indie band Sure. Back in April, they produced and performed in one of the first virtual tours that I had seen during the pandemic.
We're just setting up here for the home tour in the living room. Great venue.
The band members lived together in Los Angeles, and over the course of a week, played 6 shows broadcast live from a different room in their house each night. They called it the Home Tour.
We were on tour when this began. We were in Florida. We had just driven across the country, and then we drove all the way back, canceled that tour. And our situation is that we live together, we work together, we play music together, and we don't get a break from one another. And we were joking, like, what if we toured in our house? Every different part of the house can be a different venue, and that's how Braden Kraber made the poster for it. And we also thought it would be funny to make a tour t-shirt, and that, if we're gonna do all this, we should give some of it to the LA Food Bank and donate some of it to charity. And then it became this fun thing to focus on.
Going to the kitchen today, travel day. Played the living room last night, which was just a huge win. The home tour was really kind of the first that we had seen people do that. And that was a really successful. I mean, we made more than we would have on a headline tour or any headline tour we had done up until that point.
Yeah, we were able to tour without overhead costs.
We had never streamed before. There was this kind of steep learning curve in the beginning, and
We made it hard for ourselves by like always changing the venue.
It was also positive because we were keeping busy by rehearsing and playing music. And then it also felt like we were connecting with our fans and being able to put on the show and like see the comments afterward.
I was worried I wouldn't really jive with it, but I felt such a big sense of community with the like live chat, and it really felt like I was watching it with a lot of people. And it was really cool to feel connected to them in that kind of way.
I was surprised because I did feel kind of similar to a normal show because I just knew all these people were watching, and like I felt like I was connecting with them even though I couldn't see them.
I was on the bed jamming with my cat. She enjoyed it too, so we had a great time. But yeah, I really miss the environment of live shows and don't even want to think about the impact this will have on the music industry and local venues, and I hope they're all able to make it through, because there is nothing like going to a show at a small, cool, historic venue, and I really hope that doesn't go away.
While tours are forced to take a pause, musicians say fans can help support their favorite artists by investing in albums and merch, keeping up on social media, and tuning into live events. For more information, you can go to saveourstages.com.